Hey there guys, welcome to the next tutorial here on the channel. We're going to be making a camera case in this video, and you can also substitute this case for like a camcorder or pretty much any type of camera that you have. I'm actually going to be making the case here for my camcorder, but I'm actually filming with it now, so I'm going to pop up a picture over here of what it looks like, and that's what I'll be making the case for, and I'll show you what it looks like when I slip it in and take a picture of it towards the end of the video here. So let's pick our color duct tape. I'm going to be using the skull and crossbones here, and it actually has a remote that came with the camera, so I'm actually going to be making like a little pocket for that as well. And let's get started here on making the camera case. Alright, the first thing you need to do is measure the length of your camera. And mine's about 5 inches or so, so I'm going to go to a little over 5 1/4 here, and I'm just going to cut out several strips that are about that long. And it depends if you're making like if for a camcorder or just a regular traditional camera. These square kind of cameras, the ones that are kind of shaped like, you know, boxes, like those are going to be a little bit easier to make for, because, you know, it's just a simple square pocket that you're going to be making. But for the camcorder, it's a little bit different. It's a lot more rounded. Like camcorders are usually a lot like that. So we're actually going to be making kind of like a giant U-shaped fabric piece, and then we're going to be sealing it up from there. So I got a whole bunch of sheets cut out here. Whole bunch of strips. I'm going to be sticking these together for a fairly long piece of duct tape that I'm going to be wrapping around the camera here, and I'm only going to be kind of making it like a U, and I'll show you exactly what I'm going to show you. I'll show you exactly what I mean in a second here. So I'm just going to keep applying these, and I'm going to keep making these all the way down here, probably another 4 at least, maybe 5 or 6, so it kind of shapes like a U. So it's going to kind of come up like this and kind of be like a pocket, except the sides and the top are going to be open. So cut out a few more strips and make something like that right now. So once you have your sheet here, this is exactly what it's going to look like, and you want to kind of arrange it, like I said, so that it looks like a U on the bottom here. And you want to kind of just arrange it here so that you can measure about how far it's going to be across. Of course, the camera is going to slide, or the camcorder is going to slide right in here. So using my measuring board here, our cutting mat, it looks like it's going to be about 3 inches across. So I cut out 2 strips of tape that are a little over 3 inches, just, you know, to overcompensate just a little bit. And what we're going to do is simply hold this up here, and it kind of helps if you have someone to help you out. And we're simply going to just attach this right to the side of the case here, on the sides and on the bottom, and that will seal up the one side. Then we're going to take another piece and do it on the other side. So just attach this to your piece right now. So after you attach the sides, this is what it's going to look like, and depending on how big your case is, you might have some holes here on the bottom. You can either, you know, take another piece of tape and kind of cover that up, and, you know, cover it up on the inside as well. But my camcorder is actually way too big to fit through those holes. Like, it's not going to fall out or anything. So I'm just going to leave them there, you know, just to make it a little bit cooler, and it'll kind of flatten out a little bit once the camcorder is in there, and you won't notice it as much. So now what we're going to do is I'm actually going to make a flap for the top here, maybe a little bit of Velcro, and as well as a pocket for the little remote that the camera came with. So let's get started here on the flap for the top. So to make the flap, I just stuck a whole bunch of strips together, left a little bit of exposed sticky side there on the top, and we're just going to simply attach this to the back part, however far down you want it to go. And that flap will just come around like this. So I'm going to stick a little bit of Velcro on there, and I'm also going to make a little pocket for the remote here on the back, kind of just like a little slider pocket with a little bit of a few strips of tape, and that'll be the end of our case here. So here's what it looks like after the pocket is complete. I got the little remote in the back there. You can put a little bit of like a little strap there with Velcro on it to make sure it doesn't come out if your camera has a remote or a camcorder. Put a little spot of Velcro here and here for the flap. And of course, I'm filming with the camcorder I wanted to be using the case for here, so I'll pop up a few pictures of what it looks like in the case here. And then you can kind of take your camcorder or your camera on the go in a duct tape case. Pretty cool to make. There's a ton of different, you know, cases that you can make, a ton of different kinds of cases, and, you know, just a whole bunch of different ways that you can construct it in a whole bunch of different colors. You can also experiment with some bubble wrap. Of course, you know, your camera and camcorders are pretty expensive, so you can seal a layer of bubble wrap in between the 2 layers of tape. You know, put tape on one side and tape on the other, and then make this case the same way, and that'll just add a little bit of layer of protection to your case, and definitely, you know, protect whatever you're holding inside of it. So hope you guys liked the tutorial, and I'll catch you guys next time on the channel. Thanks for watching this video on how to make a duct tape camera or camcorder case. Catch you next time.